That was probably one of the most amazing train journeys I've ever been on. Hello, I'm at Euston Station in London, and tonight I'm getting the Caledonian Express to Scotland. We're taking the Highland route, leaving from London tonight and arriving in Fort William tomorrow morning. It's about an 8-hour journey, so we should arrive just before 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then we need to change trains and go from Fort William to Mallaig, which should be about an hour and a half or maybe just under that, which is apparently one of the most scenic railway journeys in the UK, and is also the iconic route which features in the Harry Potter films. And then we're going to get a ferry from Mallaig to Tarbet, which is where we rented our cottage. But for now we need to get our tickets, and we're going to head to the Caledonian Sleeper Lounge, which you can go to before you board the train. Okay, so we're just in the lounge now, and we were going to go and board the train, but apparently boarding is delayed by like 15 minutes. Apparently the train's not delayed, it's just the boarding, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, so welcome to our room for the night. I'm going to show you what we've got in here, just like I did with the Cornwall sleeper. So we've got our breakfast and drinks menu here, and unlike the Cornwall sleeper where they take your order outside the train before you get on, this one you like mark what you want and then you hang it on the door outside, and then I guess they take it and they bring you your breakfast. Also, this one has a lot more options than the Night Riviera, including a raspberry granola pot, which is vegan, so I'm pretty impressed by that. They've got a room service menu here, which I think is similar to the bar, an accommodation guide. I think that just like shows you what is in the room. And then here we've got earplugs and an eye mask, hand and body wash, conditioning shampoo, hand and body lotion, and pillow spray. No, that's not for me. I thought it was gonna be like lavender or something. No, don't like that. We've got our sink here, window here. So much easier to open than the Night Riviera. Oh, that's actually quite good water pressure. Bin here, towel. There's a mirror here, hangers up here, the second bunk is up here, and there's the ladder. Also, both bunks have this like fabric thing, and I think that's to like put your bag or like your suitcase on it, which I think is just like a nice touch. Okay, and this is the shower, so there's also a toilet in here. Lifts up like this, and there's toilet paper there. And the shower's here. I think I'm gonna have to like sit down and shower, which will be a strange sensation, but I'll try it. The towels are here, and then there's a mirror here. Okay, so I'm getting ready for bed now. First impressions of the train are really positive. Overall, it's really lovely. Like even the design details, like the kind of tartan fabric that they've used in places, I think is a really nice touch. I actually found these old advertisements for the London to Scotland sleeper with slogans like travel in your pajamas and arrive refreshed having gained a day, which I thought were pretty cute. This rail line was actually built in the 1890s, so there's been some form of sleeper between London and Scotland running for almost 150 years, so it's a pretty iconic route. And it means that there's been so many stories on this train, like in movies and books and real life. So apparently in 1892, Beatrix Potter was travelling on the sleeper to Perth with her pet rabbit, Benjamin. And he usually travelled in his basket in the wash place, but one time apparently she let him out and he bit a fellow passenger. Okay, so I'm done getting ready for bed. I just need to brush my teeth and then read, but I'll see you in the morning. Morning. It is just past 7 in the morning. I slept okay. I think I felt the rocking more than I did on the Cornwall one this time, but I really would recommend earplugs, like the silicone ones, not just the ones that they give you, because it can be quite loud at times. Like sometimes it was like super quiet and then other times it was like quite rocky. I think we're gonna see if we can go to the bar car and get some breakfast. Okay, so we've just arrived in Fort William, so we've got about, I think, 2 hours until our next train, which will take us to Mallaig. So I think we're going to get some food for the cottage. It was insanely beautiful on the way here, and we haven't even got to the most scenic railway journey in the UK, so I'm very excited for that. Okay, so we've just arrived at Mallaig. I've been pronouncing it wrong this whole time, so I'm very sorry to anyone I've offended with that. I feel like that's a theme emerging from these videos. I keep pronouncing things wrong. That was probably one of the most amazing train journeys I've ever been on. So we need to find the ferry terminal now and get the ferry from Mallaig to Tarbet. And then we get another boat, I think a smaller boat, to the actual cottage that we're staying in. Okay, so we've made it to the cottage that we're staying at. It is in the most incredible location. But thanks so much for joining me on this epic journey to the Highlands by train and ferry. As usual, details of the journey will be in the description box below, like exactly how much and how long it took and stuff. And if you have any comments or questions, you can put them in the comments below. But otherwise, I'll see you soon.